Hello all, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be reading a chapter out of TankGirl Armadillo novel written by Ellen C. Martin. And today we are going to be reading chapter 42, The All-Day Breakfast. If you guys are new here, I read chapters of this novel once every week, as well as doing tattoo removals, rants and reviews on products, and what was the other thing? Oh yeah, we're getting a wood shop put together, and 3D and epoxy and all that to do a bunch of projects where we're going to merchandise stuff and make merchandise that we're going to sell. So that is going to be a future project that we are building towards right now. Every subscriber helps, every view helps. So if you would please, I would appreciate it, hit the subscribe button if you're interested in any of that. Throw up that like and let's get into it. All right, here we go. You ready? I'm not ready, but I would be ready. Now I'm fucking ready. All right. Chapter 42, The All-Day Breakfast. I could eat this shit all day, I enthused as I chewed away on a mouthful of huge vegetarian special breakfast. Ugh. Me and Booga had been in Fred's cafe since sunup, and we were now on our third breakfast. Booga's farted in agreement. We had sorted out our differences and were in perfect harmony. Malty, Vika asked, waving the teapot around to oh wow, this is a big word guys. Revigorate the leaves. Okay. Fill her up, baby, said Booga, pushing his cup across the table. We got a long, hard day ahead of us. Tea is of paramount importance. So fill me in the facts, Booga. What exactly did these bastards do to you at Chankers? Well, he replied, coughing nervously to clear his throat. First of all, they strapped me in a chair and gave me a good slapping. Then they wired me up to this lie machine thing that gave me an electric shock every time I didn't tell the truth. What sort of things did they ask you? I probed. Booga took a big slurp of tea. They started off just pissing around. They asked me about my folks and when I lost my virginity, that kind of shit. And then what? He looked solemnly down at his plate. Then Fuckleberry came in and they started asking me loads of questions about you and Barney and Jetgirl, where you live, what you do, all that. What did you tell them? I asked seriously. Booga rolled his sleeves to reveal 3 long round burns on his inner arm. Then he pulled down his jacket collar and showed me 5 more similar marks on his neck and shoulders. Nothing, he said quietly. Oh shit, I said. I was genuinely gobsmacked. I'm really, really sorry, Booga. I thought they were love bites. That's why I've been acting such a horrible bitch to you. Shit. I'll take it all back. From now on, you can smoke weed. You can smoke a whole fucking mountain-sized lump of dope, and I won't give a shit. But I don't want to, he replied helplessly. Dope makes me so fucking numb and useless. I want to be proper and being... Oh, God, can we just get off the weed subject? Fuck's sake. It's like they bring it up 3 times. I'm sitting here like, fuck off. Yes, smoke all the weed you want. He was just fucking tortured and kept your information for you. Whatever. Booga, shut the fuck up. I looked across the table at my Booga and reached out to hold his hands. We gazed at each other for a moment, and a little tear gathered in the corner of his eye. He ran away down his hairy cheek as a doozy, lovelorn fog descended upon us. We were rudely awakened by a rather loud waitress delivering a pile of pancakes that should have gone to someone else's table. We ate them anyway. I said that Booga deserved a special treat, and that was going to be the first of many. After breakfast, I continued grilling Booga about his experiences in Chankers. They took me to the church and made me confess my sins while some kids beat the shit out of me with some big sticks, he said, with an entirely out-of-place tinge of humor. Then they chloroformed me. God knows what happened after that, but I found riding a bike rather painful experience for the next few days. I smiled at him. I was amazed by his good nature about the whole affair. So I guess you don't You didn't make many new friends on that trip then. Where did I stop? Oh, okay. Booga leaned forward and fixed me with a business-like stare. Believe me when I say that there is not one single person in that town that should not be touched by the wrath of our merciless redress. They are an unwholesome, noxious breed of Prius unforgiving, narrow-minded, corporate, butt-sniffing, racist brotherfuckers, and they are entirely representational of everything that's wrong with this planet. So should I take it that you don't like them very much? Correct. More tea, Vika? I asked, swinging the teapot around. Correct. All right, we're going to keep going with the next chapter, chapter 43, in Tank. It's actually a poem. A lot of poems mixed in with this. Deal with it. In my tank, it's also no fucking prank. Get out of my way, get off the road, get out of the road, get off the fucking planet. Because I'm going to run you down. Gonna squash you flat and blow you up, you stupid twat. I'm gonna get you and smash you and squash you and stretch you and wreck your fucking life for what you've done to me and my kind. I'm a creative soul, but you made me destructive and you ruined my mind and my flows is disrupted. So I'm driving off course just to take out your town. I'm gonna smack your big old butt, gonna toss your trousers down. Gonna shoot your teeth and brains with arrows and with darts. Gonna sit on your ugly face and fill your head with stinking farts. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and jump to the next chapter. I like to make these episodes at least 20 minutes long, so let's keep going. We're gonna go on with 44, The Road to Chankers. So that just brings us up to date. Now that you know why we're on this kill fest, and now that I feel that I have to justify myself to you or anyone else, I kind of explain the whole matter of my own benefit, because sometimes I forget why I'm doing things. I get lost in the passion of the moment and lose touch with my motivating factors, but now I fully remember why these people are for the crop. They're a special breed of cunt. Before we return to the action, there's one more tiny non-anecdote, whatever, that I would like to relate to you. It happened only moments ago, just before you joined us on our approach to Chankers. Everyone's like, get the fuck on with it, the poems and the lovelorn and the weed fight, and fuck your weed fight, first off. So the only thing about TankGirl that I really hate is she's kind of against like potheads and weed and shit, but then she goes and does every other chemical fucking inbound drug on the planet. I'm totally different than that. Sorry, you know. Love weed, and weed's not a drug, it's a plant. It's not some chemical made fucking process bullshit that was created in a fucking lab. You know, and the whole persecution on marijuana was literal governmental control. It was just fucking, the war on drugs was a lie. And a bullshit fucking way of basically them saying they're tired of us getting away with smoking weed and being like, fuck you and whatever. And then when they crack down on it, it gets worse. And then boom, we do scientific studies on it and actually find out it is medically beneficial. And then we find out that it is medically helping people with conditions. Yeah. Just, sorry, I kind of trailed off there. Like, I love TankGirl and everything, but when I get my Booga tattoo on my leg, I am so fucking having him smoking a joint. Because I'm sorry, it has to happen, right? It just has to happen. Let's get on with it. Me and Booga were zooming along quite merrily, listening to orchestral maneuvers in the dark, when Booga suddenly turned to me and said, you know, some things do actually last forever. What do you mean? I asked him. I'm not quite sure. It's like all the thinness stuff you were going on about in Zulu's sensational evaporation tank. That's all about things that we used up and throw away and things changing all the time. Wow, I exclaimed. I thought about all this stuff had gone straight over the top of your head. So what's your point? I really don't know. It's just that I'm sure you know deep down that there's something that never changes. There's something that goes on and on. It outlasts life, death, mountains, planets, and everything. So what is it? Buka scratched his head and looked out of his side window. Give me a couple hours, he replied. I'll think about it. Okay, I got it off my chest. You know where I'm coming from, man. I feel better now. Let's get back to it. Trying to sit here and decide if I'm going to torture you for a whole other week before I tell you the rest of the story about how bad they're gonna fuck up Chankers, or if I should just wait until the next episode, huh? Oh, you guys, we have been through a lot with this book. I have been reading this book, honestly, on this channel for like 4 years now. I am not, like, I really had to go back and look at 4 or 5 years or something like that. It's been a while. And actually longer now. Fuck. No, there's no way it's longer now. It is longer now. Hold on. Okay, let's look here. If I go back to story time, TankGirl. Alright, I don't want to play all. I want to look and see if I can find out when I threw up the very first chapter. Let's see. That was 9 years ago, you guys! Oh my god! It says 9 years ago! I have not been spending the last decade almost decade reading this fucking book to you guys. That's insane. I mean, and there were like straight up moments, like months and months there, where I would read chapters of this every weekend. So for it to just stretch so long. Well, and there was like a big break in there and everything, but 9 years? Really? 9 years of reading this book on here to you guys? That's just... Look how young I look. I totally tell that my ex was like right there just saying some shit. God damn, y'all gotta be loud while I'm recording shit. Fuck, trying to tell a story. Construction work's a thing, I swear. Okay, so... he was being like a fucking asshole and trying to interrupt me while I was recording, and I could tell like I was kind of irritated in that video. But yeah, that was the first chapter. I didn't make the chapters as long back then. I noticed I was just reading like one chapter and not combining them if it wasn't too long. So that was interesting. See myself 9 fucking years ago. My god, my teeth look a lot better. No, oddly enough, I like how I look better now. I don't know. Just everyone gets like really cynical about them aging and stuff, and I like how I look better than I looked back then, in my opinion. I don't know. Maybe it's the teeth. But I hope you all have a lovely day. Lose your mind and find your soul. Hit that subscribe button, that like, and I'll be seeing you around later. To be coming up soon is going to be a tattoo video. It's a big one, guys. I'm gearing up for it. I'm getting ready. It's just going to be a process to record, and I also want to have the after shot after the healing process photoed as well. There was a lot of people who actually complained about not doing after shots of doing my shoulder tattoo with the white hair on the fairy, so to show the after effects. And believe me, the after effects actually were a lot different. I will be posting photos of when this fully heals so you can see it, but I will be doing this video with after healing photos, which I generally don't do because then I have to wait an entire week for healing before I can even put the video out. But I am fine with working around and working with that because, you know, I agree that having the full completed project, I mean, if you're going to do it, might as well go all the way, right? I'm trailing off again. Fucking, I get stoned. Y'all have a good day.